The unexpected guardian. The vast emptiness of space surrounded the Galactic Alliance vessel Eternal Harmony as it glided through the uncharted sector. Ambassador Vexor stood on the observation deck, his 4 eyes blinking in sequence as he studied the stars. The Alliance had mapped this region, but found little of interest. Until now. Ambassador, called Science Officer Tilara, her silver skin catching the light as she approached. We've detected an anomaly at coordinates 227 to 84,112. It appears to be an artificial structure, possibly a vessel. Vexor's crest rose with excitement. A new species. Unknown, but the energy signature doesn't match any Alliance profiles. The main view screen flickered to life, showing a dark shape against the stars. As they drew closer, details emerged. The vessel was unlike any Alliance ship, angular where Alliance ships were curved, with sections that appeared distinctly militaristic. Those looked like weapon ports, muttered Security Chief Mars, his tentacles twisting anxiously. Vexor frowned. In the 1,000 years since the Alliance formed, no member species had built true warships. There was no need in their peaceful confederation. Disputes were settled through negotiation, not force. Send the standard greeting in all formats, Vexor ordered. Minutes passed in tense silence. Then the communications officer jumped at her console. They're responding. The screen changed to show a being with no scales, tentacles, or translucent skin. Just a smooth, tan-colored exterior. Hair crowned the top of its head, and it wore a uniform with geometric insignia on the shoulders. This is Captain Helena Zhang of the Earth vessel Horizon. We come in peace and wish to establish contact. The human's voice was clear and steady. Behind her, other humans moved efficiently at various stations. The bridge of their ship was functional, lacking the artistic embellishments common to Alliance vessels. Greetings, Captain Zhang. I am Ambassador Vexor of the Galactic Alliance. Your presence is unexpected but welcome. The human smiled, showing flat white teeth. We've been exploring this sector for 3 months. You're the first advanced civilization we've encountered. Your ship is impressive, Vexor said carefully, noting the obvious defensive capabilities. The Horizon is one of our deep space exploration vessels. We hope it will help forge peaceful relations with other intelligent species. Yet it appears armed. Security Chief Mars interjected before Vexor could stop him. Captain Zhang's expression didn't change. Yes, we believed it prudent to be prepared for any eventuality. The universe is vast and unknown. Vexor understood then. These humans expected danger. They built their vessels ready for conflict. What kind of evolutionary path had produced beings that prepared for war while seeking peace? We would be honored to meet in person, Vexor offered. Actually, said Zhang, we would be pleased to welcome you aboard the Horizon. We've prepared for first contact scenarios. Of course they had. Vexor and a small delegation shuttled to the human vessel. As they approached, the true scale of the Horizon became apparent. It was massive, with engine systems unlike any Alliance technology. The shuttle bay that received them was orderly and utilitarian. Captain Zhang greeted them personally, alongside her senior officers. Welcome to the Horizon. We've adjusted our gravity and atmosphere to match your homeworld specifications. The tour revealed much about humanity. They passed a large room where humans lifted heavy objects and moved their bodies in strenuous ways. Physical training, explained Zhang. All crew maintained strength and endurance. For what purpose? Asked Tilara, genuinely curious. Systems can fail. We might need to work without automation. And physical fitness improves mental health during long missions. They passed a wall covered with small metal plates bearing names. Our memorial wall, Zhang said quietly. For those lost during Earth's space program development. You lost lives building ships. Vexor was shocked. The Alliance developed technologies slowly with safety paramount. No risks were taken, no lives were lost. Yes, space exploration has cost many lives. But we continue. The formal meeting began in a conference room with charts of local space on the walls. The humans explained they came from a single planet called Earth and had achieved faster than light travel only 15 years ago. And yet you built warships first? Lara asked. The humans exchanged glances. We wouldn't call them just warships, said their chief engineer, Liu. They're exploration vessels with defensive capabilities. But the weapons, pressed Vexor. History taught us caution, Zhang replied. When humans first encountered other humans from different regions of our world, those meetings often ended in conflict. We hoped space would be different, but couldn't risk our species on that hope. You expected us to attack you. Mars' tentacles twisted in distress. Not you specifically, said Security Officer Rodriguez, but we couldn't know what was out here. Peace through strength has been a human philosophy for thousands of years. We bring knowledge and friendship, added Science Officer Park. The weapons are insurance. Vexor struggled to understand. A species that expected war even before meeting others was disturbing, yet these humans seemed genuinely kind and eager for peaceful exchange. As Jean began explaining Earth's governance systems, warning klaxons suddenly blared throughout the ship. All lights shifted to red. Captain, to the bridge, came a voice from the walls. Zhang's friendly expression vanished instantly. Excuse me, she said, touching the device on her uniform. Zhang here. Battle stations. Shields up. The Alliance delegation looked at each other in confusion. Please follow me to the secure area, said Science Officer Park, her voice now firm and efficient. What's happening? Vexor demanded, fear rising. 3 vessels approaching at high speed. They're not responding to hails. They followed Park to the bridge, a large space with multiple stations and screens showing tactical displays. On the main screen, 3 sharp-edged vessels approached rapidly. Captain, the unknown vessels are targeting the Eternal Harmony, reported a human at the forward station. Zhang turned to Vexor. Do you recognize those ships? Before he could answer, bright flashes lit the screen. The Eternal Harmony shuddered as something struck it. The Alliance vessel is taking fire, shouted a human. Their shields are failing. Those are Scourge collective vessels, said Lara, voice trembling. Raiders. They attack ships in unmapped regions. Zhang didn't hesitate. Move to protect the Eternal Harmony. Target the Raiders' weapon systems only. Open a channel. The Horizon moved with surprising speed, positioning itself between the Alliance ship and the attackers. Scourge vessels, this is Captain Zhang of the Earth ship Horizon. Cease fire immediately, or we will respond with force. A harsh laugh came through the speakers. A being with mottled gray skin and cybernetic implants appeared on screen. New ship means new treasures, it said. Stand down and surrender your cargo, and perhaps we'll let some of you live. Zhang's face showed no fear. You are attacking a peaceful vessel and threatening an Earth ship. This is your final warning. The raider laughed again. Your vessel appears impressive, but we detect minimal weapons signatures. You bluff poorly. New species. The screen went dark. They're coming around for another attack, reported a tactical officer. All crews to stations. Weapons systems online. Target engines and weapon ports only, ordered Zhang. Vexor watched in disbelief. The human ship that had seemed so threatening was now their only hope. The Eternal Harmony reports critical damage, said a communications officer. 17 crew members injured. Zhang looked at Vexor. We'll protect your people. The raiders fired again, this time at both vessels. The Horizon shook slightly. Nothing like the damage to the Alliance ship. Shields holding at 94%, reported a human. Return fire, Zhang ordered. Disable only. The human ship came alive as energy beams shot from multiple points along its hull. The lead raider vessel spun sideways as one beam struck its propulsion systems. Direct hit. Their weapons are offline. The other 2 raider ships continued firing. The Horizon moved to intercept shots aimed at the damaged Alliance vessel. Medical teams to Shuttle Bay, Zhang ordered. Prepare to receive injured from the Eternal Harmony. Vexor watched in amazement. These humans, these warriors, were risking their safety to protect aliens they had just met. Captain, they're charging something big, warned the tactical officer. Intercept course. All power to forward shields, Zhang said calmly. The horizon positioned itself directly in the path of the raiders. Vexor held his breath as the pirates fired a massive energy weapon. It struck the human ship head-on, bathing it in blinding light. When the light faded, the horizon remained intact. Shields at 76%, reported an officer. No critical damage. Return fire, pattern Alpha, Zhang commanded. The horizon moved with surprising agility for its size. Weapons along its flanks fired precise beams at the raider vessels, targeting their engines and weapon systems. Direct hits on all targets. Their shields are failing. The lead raider appeared on screen again, its expression now fearful. We surrender. We surrender. Power down all weapons and propulsion systems, Zhang demanded. Prepare to be boarded. After the raiders complied, Zhang turned to Vexor. Ambassador, I apologize for the interruption to our talks. We'll assist with repairs to your vessel and medical care for your crew. Vexor stared at the human captain. In one brief encounter, everything he thought he knew about warfare, diplomacy, and first contact had been upended. The Alliance had encountered many species over its 1,000-year history, but none like humans. Captain Zhang, he said finally, I believe the Galactic Alliance has much to learn from Earth. Zhang smiled. And we have much to learn from you. That's why we're out here. As the Horizon dispatched shuttles to assist the damaged Alliance vessel, Vexor realized that the galaxy was about to change forever. These humans, with their strange combination of peaceful intentions and military readiness, would see to that. Strength through unity. The aftermath of battle transformed the Horizon's shuttle bay into an impromptu hospital. Alliance medical staff, with their advanced healing technologies, worked alongside human doctors who relied on more physical interventions. Together, they treated both species injured. Ambassador Vexor watched as Captain Zhang personally helped the wounded Alliance engineer onto a medical bed. Your preparedness saved many lives today, Vexor acknowledged. Zhang nodded grimly. We're glad we could help, but I regret we couldn't prevent all casualties. 3 dead, 28 injured. Tilera reported, her silver skin dimmed with grief. Without your intervention, Ambassador, it would have been much worse. Security Chief Rodriguez approached with a holographic display. We've secured the raider vessels. Their crews are contained in our brig facilities. We found this in their databanks. She projected a star chart showing dozens of red markers throughout the sector. Attack locations. The Scourge Collective has been systematically targeting ships in this region for years. The Alliance was unaware of the extent, Vexor admitted. We've had isolated reports, but you lack centralized military intelligence, Zhang observed without judgment. The Alliance hasn't faced organized aggression in centuries, Tilera explained. Our security forces are primarily ceremonial or focused on natural disaster response. Zhang and Rodriguez exchanged meaningful glances. Ambassador, Zhang said carefully, we would like to propose a security collaboration. Earth can provide tactical expertise while the Alliance shares its knowledge of local space. This was unprecedented. Alliance protocols for new species integration typically involved years of cultural exchange before discussing military matters. Yet these humans had already proven themselves allies. I will consult with the Alliance Council, Vexor promised. In the days that followed, repairs continued on the Eternal Harmony, while cultural exchange flourished between humans and Alliance species. The humans were insatiably curious, asking questions about every aspect of Alliance society. In turn, they shared Earth's histories, arts, and sciences. Chief Engineer Liu gave Alliance engineers tours of the Horizon's propulsion systems, showing how humans had approached faster-than-light travel differently than Alliance species. We brute-forced some solutions, Liu admitted with a laugh. Sometimes human stubbornness is our greatest asset. Science Officer Park organized knowledge-sharing sessions where Alliance scientists explained their biological synthesis techniques, while humans demonstrated their material sciences. Your composite alloys are remarkable, Tilera told Park. We never considered combining elements in such ways. Most surprising to the Alliance delegation was human cooking. While Alliance species consumed nutritional formulations optimized for their biology, humans prepared elaborate meals and gathered to eat together as a social ritual. Food brings people together, explained Communications Officer Okafor as she shared spicy stew with curious Alliance members. Breaking bread is a universal symbol of peace on Earth. Throughout these exchanges, Vexor noted how humans constantly trained and maintained their military readiness, even while building friendship. They conducted combat drills, weapon simulations, and tactical scenarios daily. When Vexor questioned this perpetual vigilance, Captain Zhang invited him to a private meeting in her quarters. Ambassador, there's something you should know. She activated a secure holo display showing long-range sensor data. Our deep space monitoring network detected these energy signatures 6 months ago. The display showed massive objects moving through distant space, following a direct course toward both Alliance and Earth territories. We believe they're vessels, enormous ones, and they're not responding to any communication attempts. Vexor felt his blood cool. How many? Hundreds. Why haven't you shared this information before now? Zhang sighed. First contact protocols. We needed to establish trust first. But after the raider attack, Ambassador, whatever's coming is orders of magnitude more serious than pirates. Based on their trajectory and speed, they'll reach Alliance space within 8 months. Vexor's crest flattened in distress. The Alliance has no defense against a large-scale invasion. Earth has military capabilities, but we're still a single planet. We can't face this alone either. Zhang leaned forward. This is why humans build warships, Ambassador. Not because we want war, but because we've learned through our own bloody history that peace must sometimes be defended. The implications were staggering. The peaceful alliance, spanning thousands of worlds, had no significant military force. Earth, a newcomer to interstellar travel, possessed advanced military technology, but limited numbers. I must inform the Council immediately, Vexor said. 3 days later, the Horizon hosted an emergency conference with Alliance leadership attending via quantum communication. Captain Zhang presented Earth's intelligence on the approaching vessels and offered a radical proposal. Earth will share all our military technology and tactical knowledge with the Alliance. In return, we ask for Alliance production capabilities to rapidly build a defensive fleet. The Council members appeared shocked. You would give us your weapons technology? Asked High Counselor Jen. Your greatest advantage. We face extinction together or survive together. John replied simply. Humans understand the mathematics of survival. What followed was unprecedented in Alliance history. Earth transmitted complete schematics for its defensive systems, and Alliance worlds began converting their industrial facilities for warship production. Human military advisors were dispatched throughout Alliance space to train defense forces. On the horizon, Captain Zhang showed Vexor simulations of the combined fleet taking shape. Alliance fabrication techniques are remarkable, she noted. You've already improved our shield harmonics by 32%. And your weapons targeting algorithms have increased our effectiveness tenfold, Vexor replied. It seems we each developed the technologies we valued most. Peace and war, Zhang said thoughtfully. Perhaps both are necessary for survival. The integration accelerated. Alliance species with telepathic abilities joined human tactical teams, providing instantaneous communication. Humans with military experience trained Alliance citizens in combat operations. Earth engineers worked with Alliance scientists to implement biological components into ship systems, creating vessels more responsive than either civilization had developed alone. 4 months into the collaboration, a prototype vessel was ready, the Unity, first ship of the combined defense fleet. It incorporated the best of both civilizations, human tactical systems and Alliance advanced materials, human weapon designs, and Alliance power distribution. As Captain Zhang and Ambassador Vexor stood in the observation lounge watching the Unity's first flight tests, Zhang spoke quietly. On Earth, we have an old saying, "The strong protect the weak." It shaped our development as a species, but working with the Alliance has taught us something important. "What's that, Captain?" Vexor asked. "True strength comes not from weapons or shields, but from bringing different perspectives together. The Alliance achieved peace because you valued harmony. Earth developed defenses because we feared conflict. Neither approach alone would save us from what's coming." The Unity executed a perfect tactical maneuver, its hybrid systems performing beyond expectations. Together, though, Zhang continued, we might just have a chance. Vexor's crest rose with pride. When the unknown vessels arrive, they won't find divided civilizations easy to conquer. They'll face humanity and the Alliance standing as one. And beyond this crisis, Zhang added, perhaps we'll build something greater than either of us could alone. As they watched more prototype vessels join the Unity in formation exercises, Vexor reflected on that first encounter with the human warship. What had seemed frightening then, humanity's readiness for conflict, now represented hope for the future. The galaxy was indeed changing, but perhaps for the better. Through the unexpected alliance between peaceful philosophers and prepared warriors, a new kind of civilization was emerging, one that valued both harmony and strength. When the unknown fleet finally arrived, they would find not the easy conquest they expected, but a unified force ready to defend all sentient life, regardless of origin.